Hey everyone, this is... I told you it takes a couple times. Hey everyone. Oh, so you did it that time. Hi everybody, this is Katie from girlmeetsnourishment.com, and as you can see, I have a guest today. This is my sister Heather, and she's got a little baby on board. So we thought it would be fun to put together three meals that will be easy for her and her husband to grab out of the freezer and pop in the oven, all of which have a carb, a protein, and vegetables in it. So it's the one heat up meal that you've got going for you. So the first thing we're gonna make is shepherd's pie.
Here is what you will need. Ground turkey that has been cooked with some salt and pepper, delicious mashed potatoes made with milk and butter, and frozen vegetables of your choosing.
So the first thing that happens with shepherd's pie is we put meat in there.
Oh. Go ahead.
So I'll pour the meat in, you'll help.
Hence my handy dandy assistant spoon.
This is 1 pound of ground turkey. Okay, so after we get our ground turkey in here, we're gonna add in our frozen vegetables. So you can put as much or as little vegetables as you like. So Heather, I'm gonna let you choose how much veggie you would like in here.
Let's see.
We'll start with that. Nothing like a shepherd's pie that's veggie heavy. But what's handy about frozen vegetables is it saves you a lot of prep time. You're not cutting corn off the cob or picking peas out of the shell. And then last but certainly not least, we've got some mashed potatoes.
Good.
Start spreading it around. And with this too, you can add as much or as little as you like. Oh, oops.
Got a little spill action.
We got a little spillage. Fixed. And Heather was actually saying that you can take tater tots. Well, that was on chicken pot pie filling. But
I'm sure we do that with
do.
shepherd's pie too.
Just you want to skip the mashed potato altogether, just put some tater tots on there.
Hey, if you're in a pinch.
That is all you need for a shepherd's pie. It's very easy to make.
Delicious.
Delicious.
So easy.
Okay, so we're gonna get ready to do recipe 2. All right, so we're on to recipe number 2. We're going to make a chicken Parmesan bake.
Delicious.
So let's get to it.
Here is what you will need. Cooked pasta to al dente perfection, chicken breast cooked with Italian seasoning, plain breadcrumbs, your favorite tomato sauce, Italian cheeses such as mozzarella and Parmesan, frozen green peas, and seasonings to jazz up those breadcrumbs.
Okay, so let's put it together. First thing we're gonna do is add our seasoning to our panko breadcrumbs.
I'm just gonna add some garlic powder, 1/4 teaspoon per clove of garlic, so maybe we'll add, you know, half a teaspoon, maybe a little more. As you can see, I'm really precise. Oregano, probably about a teaspoon of oregano. That seems like not a lot, so maybe we'll do half teaspoon. Really, there's no magic recipe. And basil will kind of be the same.
What happened to the shaky little?
I don't know. That was almost disastrous. We almost had the entire jar of basil in our breadcrumb mixture here.
But if that's your thing.
Yeah, if you just want complete basil breadcrumbs, don't use the shaker top.
Just dump them all in.
And so this is the salt, and this is the part where you can really control how much salt you put on there. And then some fresh cracked pepper, and we'll just mix it.
And what would make that even better is to add a little bit of cheese.
I was just thinking that. Cheese never hurt anybody.
Cheese never hurts no one.
Builds strong muscles.
It's got calcium.
And strong babies.
Very strong babies.
That should be the new ad council.
Build strong babies.
Here we go.
So the first thing we're gonna do is add our pasta. And this is pasta that I pre-cooked to al dente so that it won't be super mushy by the time it's fully baked. Just put some olive oil on it so that it wouldn't stick together.
Also, it won't stick to the pan that way.
There you go. Thinking ahead. Right, and then pretty much everything else is you're just dumping it in. Heather used her strong pregnancy muscles to open up this jar, which I could not. So we'll add this jar of sauce in. And you can always add more if you want. We have a backup jar just in case. As you're stirring, I will add in the chicken. This is 1 pound of chicken breast.
It's making me hungry.
Actually smells pretty good. So we're gonna mix that in too. It makes a funny sound.
It does make a funny sound.
But I think that's just the nature of pasta and sauce.
Fish.
It does sound like kind of gross, but you know.
Weird.
And then these are our petite peas, which are which aren't budging. They're actually prop peas, but we'll just crack that off. There we go. So you want to add some peas in there. You got some veggies with the tomato sauce, because don't forget, tomato sauce is also a fruit vegetable.
Sneak in some veggies for kids who are picky eaters, or husbands.
Or husbands. Do you want more sauce?
You know, I'm thinking we need a little more sauce.
I think we need a little more sauce too.
I'm thinking that as it cooks, it might get a little dry.
Let's see if I can do this.
Do you want me to use my mega muscles?
I think you should use your mega pregnancy muscles. Oh my gosh!
Oh, what do you think?
That looks good. I was thinking this way you can control the amount of sauce that you want too, because if your family's more saucy, then you got a saucy family, you can add more sauce. And then this is also one of my favorite parts. You want to add some cheese right into the mixture.
Do you want me to mix? Whoa. Do
Yeah.
you want me to mix the cheese?
I want you to.
She's telling me to mix the cheese in with pasta.
It's like no one's ever done this before. No. We're breaking ground here. You can add as much cheese as you want. How much cheese is your family in for?
Probably the whole bowl.
The whole bowl of cheese is going in. And we also, remember, put some cheese in the breadcrumb topping.
Whoa.
This is a legit Parmesan bake.
So much easier than breading individual chicken cutlets.
Nobody wants to do that.
You don't want to.
Especially after you have a little newborn in one arm. No one wants to bread chicken.
No one wants to add the stress of breading chicken cutlets. What do you think? Thinking that's looking
I think that looks pretty darn good.
pretty tasty here. So shall I just pour it on top? Or
I'll give you a hand.
Okay.
Okay, so...
Oh, literally.
Like,
Give me a hand. I was just going to use my fork. Control yourself.
This is difficult. This one you might need 2 or 3 people to help you with this step. So I'm gonna let Heather take over just because she can probably do it better than I can.
Yeah. I think maybe we'll switch our technique here.
There we go.
Fork, hands, just shake the bowl.
Oh.
Beautiful.
So there we go. That's easy recipe number 2 for a chicken Parmesan bake.
Yummy.
Shall we make number 3?
On to number 3.
Number 3. We're on meal number 3, which is a southwestern beef bake. That's a good name for it, I think.
Here is what you will need: black beans, cheddar cheese, your favorite salsa, cooked peppers such as Anaheim and bell peppers, cooked pasta to al dente, ground beef cooked with a homemade taco seasoning, and 2 cans of tomato sauce.
First things first, as with the last recipe, we're gonna add our pasta. Oh no. So we're gonna add in our beef. Okay, and then to get things moving, we'll add in our first can of tomato sauce. And while we're at it, how about our second can?
Let's do it.
Followed with our salsa. This is a medium salsa that we like, but you can pick whatever salsa that you personally enjoy to throw in there. We'll also add our black beans. Now you said your husband really enjoys Mexican food, right?
He does. He could eat Mexican every night. Same with Italian. Same with Chinese. Same with Thai.
The last thing we're gonna add is the peppers we cooked in the beef juices.
I'm trying to get it thoroughly mixed here. Thorough mixage. Oh. Wagon wheel.
Wagon wheel down.
You know what I think we should do?
What?
I think we should maybe take a bowl.
Oh, to mix this in?
To mix it in.
I guess we could do that.
If it's possible.
The wagon wheel fell on the floor. It was in this bowl.
Okay.
So if you're okay with it, I guess it's going in the oven at some point. Well, my bowl's coming together very fast.
Because you stole the spoon.
No more pockets of tomato sauce.
No, or salsa. That looks pretty good.
And we'll just add in the best mixed wagon wheels on top. Okay. And then the last but certainly never least ingredient is some cheddar cheese. Meal number 3 is done. The Southwest beef bake with wagon wheels.
Just take a gander at these sexy, sexy meals. You too could have them if you make them, which I think you should.
So we'd like to present you guys with the 3 make-ahead freezer meals for your busy life or for when baby's coming. And we have our chicken Parmesan bake, our shepherd's pie, and our Southwest beef bake. Heather's gonna actually show you one of her tips for wrapping these and putting them in the freezer.
So someone shared this with me a little while ago, but to help prevent freezer burn, what I like to do is actually put a layer of plastic wrap on top of whatever freezer meal I'm doing before I put the tinfoil on. This will help kind of extend how long you can keep it in the freezer. I used to have a freezer that wasn't very good and we would get freezer burn, and so this kind of helped prevent that. So what I'm going to do is just put a layer of plastic wrap on, and then I just gently pat it down on top so you kind of create an airless pocket.
An airless pocket.
What's really important about this is making sure you write on your aluminum foil to remove the plastic wrap before you put it in the oven. Especially if someone else is putting it in the oven. Actually, it's probably a good reminder for myself.
Nobody wants plastic in their food.
You pretty much would be ordering pizza for dinner. What I usually do is I just write on here really detailed instructions, what it is, how long to bake it, remove plastic wrap.
Number 1.
Number 1. And then I usually put the date on there as well, so I know how long it's been in the freezer.
And it's good to put the notes on there because sometimes if you put it in there with no notes on it, you're like, I don't know what this is.
Mystery meal.
Mystery meal for dinner. It's
Yeah.
like a bingo.
Yeah.
Maybe not a bingo, but a roulette.
Yeah.
Russian roulette of food.
Yeah.
But with these meals, you would at least be pulling something delicious out. So
Absolutely.
I'd like to thank Heather for joining me today
Thanks for visiting.
and her little bundle of joy, which may actually be here when this video goes up. So that would be pretty sweet. Hopefully they'll be enjoying these in the next few weeks.
Yes.
And which one are you most excited about?
I'd have to say probably the Parmesan pasta bake.
I
That's
think
pretty delicious.
that does look pretty good. All right, so we're gonna get these all wrapped up and put in the freezer, and hopefully you will all make these for your home as well.
Yeah.
Bye.
Guys.